Morning, folks. Welcome to the second virtual user group that we've done. And I'll just do a quick introduction to me in case you haven't met me before, because the chat is distracting me now. I shouldn't have had that in the other window over there because the squirrels and everything. But yes, good morning. My name's Andrew Bibby. So I'm the leader for Dynamics 365 user group in the UK. That is my LinkedIn profile there if you wanted to connect. The reason being is that I post about these meetings quite a lot. And so if you want to kind of keep up on a meeting that's happening, because we do sometimes get people that say, oh, we didn't know the meeting was on or whatever, because we didn't reach you on social channels and things like that. But if you wanted to connect, you would probably see the numerous posts I do for these meetings. But otherwise, also have a look at the D365UG website. That's our link there. That will take you straight to the UK homepage where you can find out about the UK meetings that are happening. So not just this one, but Manchester and Birmingham and Cambridge and the other ones that we've got coming up. Or follow us on Twitter. Or we also have the YouTube channel there. That's a new thing for us since we went virtual. So we record these meetings like we just started recording there, and then we'll post all of them up onto the YouTube channel, which you can get to if you follow that link. Give us a subscribe. God, I sound like a YouTuber or something. And then you'll see the other session recordings as they come in. So these recordings will go up in the next few days, probably realistically by the end of the week. So if you cannot attend a meeting because maybe you've got a clash or you've got some actual work to do and stuff like that, yeah, head to YouTube and you'll be able to view the session from there. All right, so quick few virtual meeting tips. Hopefully you guys are used to this stuff by now, but I just want to say a few things. So if you can mute yourself when you come into a meeting, so when you join one of the sessions later on, if you can mute yourself, unless you've got something that you'd like to ask a question on or say hello, or whatever. If you do get muted by one of the team, so one of the user group team may mute you if you've got some background noise going on, things like that. Please don't be offended. It's just so it doesn't distract the speaker and that sort of thing. If you want to ask questions, there's a chat obviously in the Teams meeting, or you can do the raise your hand, and by raise your hand, I've put it in little quotes there because, you know, don't sit there like that with your hand up, but there's a little raise hand feature. And again, one of the team or one of the speakers will keep an eye on people that have got their hands raised, and so you can come in and ask a question. If you've got a webcam, that's always great. If you can put that on in the meeting, that makes it a bit more personal for the speaker and everyone else attending. And if you're going to ask a question, just say hello. Hi, it's Andrew. I just wanted to ask a question. Make sure you've got your volume up and you're speaking clearly and everything else, so everyone can hear your question. But that would be great. If you don't fancy, you know, putting the speaker on, put your mic on, things like that, then just put your question in the chat and one of the people from the team will ask your question to the speaker instead. All right, so navigating the day. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on how we get around the day. If you follow that link, hopefully you've already been there because you're in this meeting and so you know what to do. But I just wanted to show you how we're going to get around. So if I switch screens over here to, that's helpful. I think Edge has just crashed on me, but bear with me. Yep, excellent. So if I go open up Edge, and it will load up and show you the event page. And obviously you've been here to sign up to the meeting, but the event page, when it loads, will have the agenda on it. And if you scroll down and go to a session that you're interested in, while we wait for that to load, here we go. Now, so say I want to join the excellent session that Trisha is doing at 11 o'clock. I'm going to click on it. There's this link here right at the top there. So this is how you get into all of the sessions, and that's going to open up a Teams meeting. If I click on that link, it will take me to the Teams meeting for that session. Okay. So they're not all held in this Teams meeting all day because we've got multiple sessions happening at once and we need to record them, stuff like that. So they're separate Teams meetings. So that's how you get around. All right. As I mentioned, we will be recording all of the sessions, and that's how you get to that YouTube channel. So I'll just give you a quick view of that. If I go over to my browser again. So you go to that link up here. When it loads, hopefully the kids aren't on the internet too much right now, but if you see, we've got the previous meetings here, and what there'll be is like a playlist for this meeting, and that will have all of the recordings in for this meeting. So all like 16 or 17 of them that we'll have will go onto a playlist. So I'll switch over to there actually. So these are the previous meetings we'll have, and a new one will pop up for the meeting that we're having today. Okay, so that's how you get into them. Alrighty, if you do need some help, or you don't know where to go, or you don't have a link, or whatever it is, or you just want to hang out and ask some questions, have a chat, particularly over lunchtime, join back to this meeting, because this meeting will run all day. So this one will be constant, and we'll have some of the shared sessions in here. So as you'll see from the agenda, we've got the introduction. This is in this meeting, and then roadmap session is also in this meeting, so you don't need to leave it. And then if you just want to come back and ask questions or hang out during lunchtime at 1 o'clock, come back again and join this meeting. And then later on, we have the Ask the Experts session at 4:30. So that's where you can come back and ask people that have presented. Maybe you didn't get a chance to ask a question during their session, or you thought of something afterwards, and you want to ask one of the speakers a question, come back to that session at 4:30. Or if you just got general questions about anything to do with Dynamics 365, there's a load of people on the call today that have lots and lots of experience, not just people from the user group, obviously people that are joining from around the world. I'm going to say around the world because, you know, people are joining from around the world. Okay, the other way you can get around the site, around the meeting, I should say, around the agenda for today, we've got this app now. It's called an app because we use this Sessionize app, but it's basically a mobile-friendly website. So if you go to that link on your phone, say, you get this really nice experience. So let me just show you that. You can also just look at it in a browser as well. So where did I go? There. So if I open that up, this is where you go to on your phone, or you can open it in your browser, and it tells you what's coming next. It tells me the session that I'm in right now. We've got all the speakers down there as well. It's also got some links here to the feedback form that I'll talk about in a minute. So we'd like you to get some feedback from the day, links to the event page itself. But say I go into the full schedule here, I've got the sessions that are currently on and the sessions I've got coming up. I can favorite sessions as well. So if I want to, I can just pick out the sessions I want to, and then up on the menu up here, I can just link to the favorite sessions. I cannot remember how to do that, but it's up there somewhere. But yeah, this will also be a way for you to open the session itself. So let's say I click on to this session about the Center of Excellence. I've got the link here again, so I'm just going to open that one. It's the same thing. Or actually, I can click here instead to join the same session there. So it just gives you a link to, and also tells you what other sessions are going on at the same time. So that's quite a nice little experience for actually getting around the day. So you're not trying to work out, oh, which link do I need or whatever. Just use this app instead. Alrighty. Okay, meet the team. So you've heard a little bit about me. This is the rest of the team that helps organize the day. So we've got Scott and Emma and Trisha and Matt and Ferridan on the call today. And Simon and Sarah Critchley, who used to be the leader for D365UG UK. They all helped to organise today, so just going to say a huge thank you to them. And actually, I'm just going to ask a couple of them to do a quick introduction. So Ferridan and Emma, whoever wants to go first, do you want to say a quick hello, who you are, what you do, where you're from?
Yeah, I think Ferridan nominated me to go first, so I'll quickly say hello. My name's Emma. I'm with a company called Jato Dynamics. I've been with them for 19 years. I'm the CRM administrator, so I've been through upgrades from CRM Microsoft 3, 4, 2011, and we are currently upgrading to Dynamics 365, going through that at the moment, actually in UAT. I've been with the committee a long time now. I can't remember how many years, but I've been attending the UG since Neil Benson and Adam Vero's days. So I've been with them a long time, and nearly every year from then. So welcome, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Emma. This is Ferridan. I'm a freelance Dynamics consultant and have been for quite some time. I think I was trying to add it up just then, getting on for nearly 20 years, maybe not quite. And that's all I've been doing, a mixture of consulting and training. I've attended the user groups in the UK for many years, and have recently, I guess maybe over the last 2 or 3 years, started helping out. And I've worked with all sorts of versions of Dynamics on premises and online. And I'm looking forward to the many great sessions that we have today, and I hope that you too will. And don't forget, if you can't attend them all, they are going to be recorded, so you can watch them later, or even watch them again later. So have a great day.
Thanks very much, Emma and Feridun. Just a big thank you to the team for helping to organise the meeting we've got today. It's quite a lot of effort goes into it, obviously. We've got lots of sessions on, so it is a bit of a feat of organisation. These guys do a great job. Right, I'm going to put Scott on the spot for a moment here, and say a special thank you to him. So Scott is stepping away from the user group and stepping away from organising for a little while as he moves to another country. But he'll be back, I hope, because he's a huge asset to our little team. And I just want to say thank you very much for helping. And throughout the years that we've been doing this together, you've always been like a really, you're my rock. What can I say? You've always got great ideas, really kind of sensible head on you. And you've been a huge help. So Scott, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but do you want to say a few words about what you'd be doing and hopefully coming back?
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Yeah, definitely put me on the spot. Thanks for those nice words. That's really going to make me, tear up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, D365UG in the UK, it seems like so much part of who I am. It's like, it's funny, Emma, you were saying about, back in Adam Vero days and Neil, and we found a picture actually of a 2011 meeting, and Emma, we were kind of in the same room, and back in those days, we didn't really have that kind of sense of togetherness as a community. But what I've seen is the user
Hi,
group.
can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, well, we've really seen the community just grow together and become this really tight-knit group of friends, and I think that's what makes it so special for me. So thanks everyone for really coming together and just being an amazing bunch of people with some amazing technology that we all love. So yeah, I'm going to be in Canada for a season or a few, and but I will still be around, so you're not getting rid of me anytime yet, that's for sure.
Awesome, thank you, Scott.
I think a round of applause for Scott.
Yeah, come off mute and let's
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
We really hope that you can present, even if you're in Canada. Maybe you can come back and do a session next time or the one after. Okay, so I will just move on quickly to the upcoming events we've got. So these are the other events that are happening as part of the D365 UG, and we do have one actually this week, which is the Manchester. It's kind of, obviously it's virtual, so you can join from anywhere, but the Manchester team have organised that one. That's on Wednesday. That's Joe and Matt who are on the call. And then we've got another, so we're having a bit of a break over the summer, but we're back in September. So Cambridge is currently lined up for the 8th of September. That may be in person or maybe virtual. We don't know quite yet, but that'll be confirmed. And we've got a new user group starting up in Southampton. So actually I needed to change the date there. That date's not right, but I think it's September the 20 something. But we're looking at having an in-person event because the Southampton crew have a really big room that can be used for doing events, and so everyone can be spaced out and everything else. But that would be our first in-person event, which would be quite cool. So keep an eye out for that. Apologies for getting the date wrong there. There's also the Community Summit in North America. That is in Nashville, potentially, but it's also going to be virtual as well. So that's in October. Loads and loads of great sessions. I'm doing a session there about change management. It's huge, this event, so thousands of people and loads and loads and loads of content. So, if you imagine this day, but spread out over several days and probably 10 times bigger, that's what you're looking at there. It's a paid event, but, it's lots of value there. And then finally, I just wanted to point you to this user group, which is going to be another all-day session we've picked the 2nd of November. So registrations are open for that. I just opened that over the weekend. So if you go to d365ug.com/UK, this link here, you'll be able to register for that one as well. So we get some nice early registrations there. Okay. So another thing I wanted to just mention quickly is that Tricia and I are involved with organising a charity quiz this week, which is on Thursday at 6 p.m. in the UK. And this is happening all around the world. We've got several quizzes happening all on the same day, but the UK and Europe event is happening at 6 p.m. UK time, so that's British summer time. Tricia, if you are on, did you want to say a quick word about our quiz?
Yeah, sure. So the quiz is in aid of Black Lives Matter. If all proceeds towards this quiz is going towards Black Minds Matter, which is a UK-based charity that provides mentorship, training, and therapy for Black youth and young adults within the age ranges of like 17 and 25. It's a Microsoft 365 quiz, which means there's going to be questions on everything across the Microsoft stack. So everyone should be able to participate and will be able to participate. We won't make it too hard. And there are prizes. There are prizes from Maximus, there are prizes from Avanade. And so come participate, have fun. It's all for a good cause. If you want to get tickets, we will, the link is there right on that, but we'll also post it in the chat window so you can register and donate. If you can't make it, please still consider donating. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Tricia. Yeah, we got some amazing prizes for that. So like hundreds of pounds worth of vouchers and things like that. So yeah, do come along. That should be a fun night. It's our normal quiz that we do, and I'll have the sparkly jacket out, and it should be a bit of fun. And we raise some money for charity, which is great. Okay, I just want to say a thank you to some of our speakers here shown today, but thank you to all of our speakers who are coming along. And actually, we've got speakers from around the world this time, which is one of the benefits we've got of having a virtual event. So Stefano and Anna here, and Lars and Levita, they're coming from Australia and South America, you know, so they can present virtually for us, which is obviously something we can't do in person. But yeah, that's really good. So we've got some great speakers there. I just want to say a big thank you for them to volunteering their time and putting a session together to share their knowledge with everyone today. Right, so I talked about this a bit earlier, but this is the link there. That's just a short link for this session. So you're in the auditorium right now, this meeting, and we're going to run it all day. If you've got questions or you just want to come and say hello and have a chat, we're trying to get that little bit of networking that we usually do and catching up with people that we do in the in-person events. This is kind of for that. But if you do need any help during the day, pop into this session and we will help you out. All right, the next session we've got after this one, I'm trying to keep an eye on the time so I don't overrun, but that is the Microsoft Roadmap session that we've got 3 amazing people from Microsoft to present on. So they're going to be talking about some great stuff. I'm not going to do a spoiler. I almost did a spoiler, but we're going to talk about a very, very new product we've got coming and lots of information about that. But Lucy and Chris and Kayla all do an amazing job at Microsoft, and I'm looking forward to their session. So that's in this meeting as well. So don't leave this meeting. We're going to carry on from my introduction into that meeting straight away. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we've got the Ask the Expert session at 4:30. So that's like half an hour of questions, Q&A. If we want to run over, that's absolutely fine as well. And then after 4:30, around 5 o'clock, we will be announcing some winners for our feedback, and I'll come on to that in a minute around that time. But also, we'll do a little social hour after that as well. So from about 5 o'clock, go and grab a drink, and we can just kick back and catch up a little bit. All right, just talking about feedback, that is the link to our feedback form, which is like a Forms Pro form that Scott's puts together. So if you want to follow that link or go to this bit.ly link down here, it takes you to the same place. We would love to hear what you think about the day and about the sessions. Scott's done some great work to make that form a bit shorter, so it's a bit more specific to the sessions that you are attending. But also, if you fill in the feedback form, you will be in with a chance of winning a prize. And actually, we have 3 prizes today. So There is a trainer called David Yak, who you may have heard of. He is like a legend in the Dynamics 365 CRM space. He's been MVP for years and years. He has come up with a training course on Power Automate. So if you're looking to move from Dynamics 365 like old school workflow into Power Automate, that course will get you from nothing up to, really pretty good at it. I was going to say expert, but maybe not quite expert. But yeah, it's a complete virtual course that is something like 10 hours long. I can't remember exactly, but it's normally $200, and David has donated 3 of those to people that fill in the feedback form. So we'll be giving those away later on. So I think that's a great prize and really useful for if you want to get up to speed with Power Automate. Okay, just a note on that, there is actually a load of other courses on David's website, which is this 365 training link here. So there's the course on Power Automate, and there's also courses on getting started with Power Apps, using Scrum with Dynamics 365. That's Neil Benson's course. Forms Pro, which is now called Customer Voice, if you want to get into that. That's Megan Walker's course. And then I'm going to give a big plug to Scott DeRoe's course that he has on there, which is the Power Apps Control Framework. So PCF, if you're looking at getting into that, Scott has written a great course, and that's on that website as well. So I wanted to point you to those because I think they're really, really good courses by some of the best people that we have in our industry. Just a little highlight as well for David's course, which is that people attending today, if you don't win the prize for filling the feedback form, sorry about that, but you can get 25% off that course if you enter that code, which is our special code just for this meeting today. That will bring the price down from $199 to $149. So that's for that amount of training, like 10 hours, I can't remember, somewhere around there, amount of training from an expert like David. That's a really good deal, I think. All right, so also wanted to give a plug to some of the other user groups that are around where you can get more content like this. So I really want to spread the word about our community, because it's not just D365UG. There are lots of other groups out there as well that I want to make you aware of if you're not already. But there's a new group called the Virtual Power Group, and they're running sessions every week in the evenings. They run sessions on different things related to Power Platform. So I know Matt Collins-Jones has done a session on Power Automate. They do things like DevOps and lots of great sessions. I think they had one on PCF last week, if I remember. But yeah, every week they have that. So if you go over to virtualpowergroup.co.uk, you can sign up for that. 365 Saturdays you've probably heard of because they're really big events in our community. But they're running, since the switch to virtual, they're running weekly events pretty much every Saturday on different topics. Some of them around the world, but they're all virtual, so everyone can join. But yeah, they have tons and tons of great content, tons of great speakers there. So check that out. And then a little plug for XRM Virtual, which has been around for years and years and years. But it's this another site where you can watch sessions virtually from lots of good speakers. There's a session coming up from Megan Walker this week. And they also organize a really big event, which is like this, but bigger. Power Platform 24, that's happening on the 24th of September this year. So there will be speakers from around the world that you can watch virtually, loads and loads of good content there. And then a quick plug for the virtual event hub. So actually Chris Huntingford, who's on the call today and who'll be joining us for the roadmap session, he put together this website, Virtual Events Hub, and he and a few other people maintain that. And that's a really good central location you can go to look at all of the events that are coming up virtually within our community. So keep an eye on that one. You can also subscribe to the calendar there, and so have it in Outlook, all the events that you've got coming up in the next few months. So that's a really good one to have a look at. Okay, coming to the end now, but what I wanted to get across really is that our sort of credo, if you like, our goal for this user group is one that actually Sarah Critchley came up with when she was in the leader for the UK. But what we're doing today and what we do in these events, we're not professionals at this. We're all volunteers. We're all just kind of having a go, trying our best. And all the speakers as well, they've got day jobs and they give up their time to present sessions. And there may be a few rough edges, we may forget a few things here and there. It's perfectly likely. But what we're really, really interested in is that participation. We want to grow the community through participation. And the community for me has been a huge part of my life for the last few years, and I've made some really, really great friends. And that started out by asking a few questions, doing a little talk, expanded into helping out with the user group, and now I'm the leader for it, but that wouldn't have happened without me kind of getting involved in the first place. So keep in mind in the sessions that you're going to watch in the next few hours, get involved, ask some questions. Nobody knows everything. There are no stupid questions, and this is a really welcoming community. We'd love you to be a part of it. So thank you for attending the whole day. We love your feedback. Keep an eye on that link, d365ug.com/UK. That's where you'll find out about all the meetings we've got coming up. So hopefully you won't miss out on any that we do. But I just wanted to hand over in a few minutes to Lucy and Chris and Kayla. I know Chris is on the call. I just have to look to see if Lucy and Kayla are on, but they'll be doing the Microsoft Roadmap session in a few minutes, and they're going to tell us all about lots of changes that are coming up to Dynamics 365 and those products, and also Power Platform in the next few months. So stick around for that one. That's going to be in this session in a few minutes time.